So it's about that time once again for another round of the BR changes, except in this one, not only are we seeing a brand new rank coming soon for top tier air, but also some significant nerfs to existing vehicles that I have been looking forward to for a very long time. But as always, before we do begin, please understand that everything I'm going to be talking about is subject to change, given that this is nothing more but the preliminary notes for the upcoming changes. Gaijin might add a few things. They might remove some things, of course. Maybe they might change some of the changes I want to see come in, but this is really up in the air, so please take this all with a gigantic grain of salt. And to add, if by any chance you don't like what you're hearing today with the actual blog itself, you can actually put in your own opinions, your own 2 cents over into the forums. I'll have a link down below in the description to this page, of course. And you can let Gaijin know whether or not you agree or disagree. Give them information. Gaijin loves open source information, not classified stuff. Now, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and dive right into the actual blog itself. Now, from Orson here, he's just giving the standard introduction, but here is the critical one. Soon, they'll be introducing a new top tier battle rating for aircraft, 14.7. This is for air, not for GRB. I just want to clarify that right now. Though I think tanks should be moving up to 13.0, but that's a subject for a different day, mostly. In the near future, they'll be introducing the new rank 9 for aircraft, which will contain some of the current top tier vehicles as they will move. Now, I just want to kind of stop right there and just kind of say this. I'm not really a huge fan of a new rank simply because they're going to be moving up some existing premiums, which means each of those premium vehicles are now going to go up in price. They have done it before. I don't agree with it. It might not happen, but I'm going to assume we're now going to be seeing almost $100 premiums, which is going to be kind of wild to think about, to be honest. And then moving forward, of course, we like to mention separately the changes that will affect Chinese aircraft. There is a spoiler here, as you can see. Yeah, I'll let you guys kind of work this one out if you'd like, but it's basically showing you how the trees are going to look like right after the update without the PR changes included in them. So again, link to all this is down below in the description if you guys want to take a look at it. So let's go over into the battle rating changes and prepare your eyes. It's pretty bright. Now, starting off with aircraft, we have, of course, the new BR for Arcade and RB, but for the sake of simplicity, I'm going to be talking about just RB as a whole and even GRB as opposed to Arcade or even Sim. I'll leave that to the professionals. Now, as you can see right here, 14.7, the Eurofighter, Su-30, the Typhoons, all of them pretty much, the Rafales, the Gripens, which, by the way, I did not agree with this thing being battle rating 12.7 in GRB. So to have them move it up to 13.0 does make a lot of sense. I agree with this because, come on, the ordnance that thing has no business fighting 11.7. But on the bright side, the F-15A, J, and the Baz are moving down to 12.7. Is that going to be good for ARB? Let me know in the comments, please. Again, I don't play down there, or up there, excuse me. I play down here. And I'd like to know your guys' thoughts on the matter. None will be changed for GRB. The SUFA for top tier is going to be moving up to 13.0. I think this is new because I don't remember seeing this during my initial live stream, or maybe I missed it. And then the F111C is going to be moving up to 11.3. Moving down, we have an interesting one, the A7K and the A7E going down to 10.3 and 11.0, but not for GRB. I don't like where it sits at right now, in my opinion. That's why I haven't made a video on it, to be honest, because it's kind of miserable to play. But maybe we'll have to make a video on that at some point. And then when we have the F104s moving down to 11.0 and 10.7 respectively, which is interesting. There's a lot of down tiers. I won't go too far into it, of course. The Yak, the Votors, B-57s, Canberras, TU-4s, IL-28s, everything is going down from 8.3 to 6.7 for the B-29 and the TU-14T to 7.3. This I agree with. Bombers around this BR can actually work a bit better compared to what they would otherwise at top tier in the high tier environment, because you don't have to deal with too many IR guided missiles, etc. So that's a big bonus for me. And then moving down, We have the H-34 helicopter Mi-8, everything going up to battle rating 8.0. I get the H-34 going to 8.0. Don't really agree with it too much, but I get it. It's still a poopy helicopter. The Mi-8TB going down to 8.0 is interesting, to be honest. More about that a little bit later. And the DAP, the MH-60L DAP is going down to 11.0. That is a unique one for me. I might have to revisit that at some point. And then scrolling down further, we have, of course, just some rebalancing or repurposing of vehicles on top of others. They'll be folded, grouped, etc., which I really agree with. So the F-18s, F-16s, Tornadoes are moving around. You guys, again, can take a look at this in the description, of course, or you can just pause the video and look at this. And then next up, we have, of course, ground forces for RB only, at least for me anyways. The T-72B3 is going down to 11.3. That is interesting. We are getting the new event one, which is pretty much a dumbed down version of this, but it's a 0.3 BR decrease for pretty much similar performance on the event one is pretty wild now at 11.3. We'll have to cover this for sure once again. And then in arcade, the Strelos are going up to 11.0. That's kind of wild. The 2S38 is finally going up to 10.7. Dude, this has been needed for so damn long. You know what? I appreciate it. The 64B is going up to 10.3. No surprise there because of the reload buff and the firepower buff, of course. And the TTD is going back down to 10.0. Why it was sitting at 10.3 was beyond me, but I'm so happy to see it at 10.0. And then we have the Antelope going down to 10.0. It's still kind of garbage, so there's that. But the Desert Warrior and the Bradley are going down to 9.7. That has me excited. Now, don't get me wrong, the Bradley can be good in its own right, but man, those things are so squishy and fun to fight against because they're easy to kill. And then the Chaparral is going down to 9.3. Thing's still a piece of crap, I'm sorry, so I don't really mind that. You can easily flare Chaparral. And then, of course, my British mains out there, I'm sorry. The Chieftain 900 and Mark 10 are going up to 9.3. I don't really agree with that. It's now going to fight against the T-80UD, etc., which is going to be kind of miserable now. But it's not an absolute bad change because I kind of expected that. But damn, 9.3 though, what a shame. And then, of course, arcades, just things moving around. But here is the biggest one. If we go down just a little bit, you'll see the LCT is being placed before the 999A, right? VT4 is going up a rank, which I don't agree with, but the Falcon and the AMX-30 DCA are having their APDS belts removed. Listen, and I know I'm gonna get hate for this. I agree with this. I really do. I absolutely despise the Falcon. I hate playing it because it's so OP, and I know, right? Wait, you hate it because you're good at it and you know how to use it, but holy crap, this thing had no business being that good for an anti-air system at that BR, where you can frontally pen pretty much everything. So I agree with this. I'm sure there's going to be some people in the comments going nuts, and in the forums, if they don't change this, I'll be okay, but a little bit spiteful about it. But I'll be happy if they maintain this. Now go release those documents for it, guys. The legal ones, that is. And then we have Naval. Yep. I mean, what's there to really talk about? I'm not the Naval guy here, okay? Napalm Red is the only one I know who's a content creator that plays Naval pretty regularly, so he can give you the better insight on that if you guys want to hear it. Will this mean anything? You know, Prince of Wales going up to 8.0, Vanguard 8.3, the Kleber 4.3, and the Yukaze 4.3. But and then a couple of just spawn changes with the Marn and the Eisen? I can't even say it, I'm sorry. Will only spawn and destroy spawn point. Okay, cool. There's your Naval commitment, your only bit of content from me about it. And now for closing thoughts. Well, I kind of already gave you all my opinion on the matter. I will say this, though. The BMPT does need to go up to 11.7. I'm pretty sure we might see it on that list at some point, and I know there's going to be some additions added to it. So again, if you guys want to see some of these changes go through, maybe you agree with it or disagree, go over to the forums. Use that link once again. I know I keep bringing it up. And let them know what you guys think. I would love to see some more vehicles added to it. Maybe the BMP-2M should go up a little bit. Maybe the The 292 should go up to 11.0, perhaps? I don't know. I'm pretty comfy with everything right now as it is in War Thunder, so if you want to see any more, you know exactly what to do. But I'm excited. They're very simple changes, you know, for a simple video anyways, and I'm really looking forward to them. However, I still want to know what you guys think about these changes. Are they needed? Will they happen? Are you going to throw in some stuff? In fact, do me a favor, would you? Go down to the comment section and let me know those changes that you are posting up to the forums or just in general and talk about it, and I'll heart it. Cool? Cool. But anyways, guys, that's all I got for you. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this, and I'll definitely see you on the next one.